This is the Vesper by Hairtech. It's their new blaster, as you can see. And I've taken it to many games to see if it's actually worth the price. This is like the only white one in Malaysia. Who knows how long we have stock again, so I'm making this review just to make sure everyone knows how good or bad this blaster is. Alright, firstly, I would like to cover the breakdown of this blaster, what you get out of the box. So I've already modified my blaster, but I've taken out all of the modifications just for this. So let's start from the top. We have a muzzle that is orange, just to show people that this is a toy blaster. We have a very good handguard here. We also have some M-locks over here, but the other side, this is a temperature indicator. There are in some cases where I had full auto it like 4 mags, and it does get pretty hot, so yeah, just be careful on that. We have plenty of Picatinny railing over here. Note that this attachment does not come with the actual blaster itself. This is a attachment that is sold separately. At the back here is the battery compartment. This holds the battery. It's a very snug fit for a 4S LiPo battery, but I think it is suitable. You just have to find the right size. And back here we have an adjustable stock. This stock has 4 settings, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pull them off, but they lock very tight when you apply pressure to it. I would say it's a good stock. I personally use the second one. And here they have a new magazine. This also fits with the Dyna, but they release 2 types. So one is with this transparent thing over here, and the other one is not transparent. So this one is basically a maglock system where they can detect the last dart, but this does not work with the Dyna. Okay, so this thing makes it so that the Dyna does not fire when it goes to the last dart because of this. So make sure if you have Dynas, go for this one, the transparent one. So moving on to the body, we have the turbo cool mode, which is here. These are like 2 buttons. So if you push it to the left, it is cool mode, where they have the motors idle, but the turbo mode makes it so that the motors will spin proactively. So when you press, it has less delay for you to fire. Moving on down, we have the mag release. So this thing actually gravity drops. You can see it's very smooth, and it's also ambidextrous. So the mag release and this switch over here is not too tight, and it's also very responsive. So I like the build quality on this. Now let's talk about the add-on I personally recommend. So firstly, this thing is actually sold separately. Secondly, there's 2 variations, a flippable one and a solid one over here. I opted for the solid one because I'm scared that the flippable one will loosen over time, which is, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it looks like a problem. So what this does is actually, it has like a button here and there's a menu system inside. It shows the HUD, and you can change the fire rate, you can change the FPS. You can change a lot of things actually. Without the console, you would have to learn a lot of, I would say, GTA cheat codes where you have to press this for 30 seconds, connect the battery. It's gonna be a hassle. So what I do is I just use this, and you can just manage through the menus and stuff. It's very easy. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because there's tutorials already online on how to change the FPS and stuff without this module, but I would actually recommend this module. Jumping to the specs. If you're maxing this out, you're shooting this thing at probably 170 to 180 FPS. If you're playing at an event that caps at 150, like my Sunway Nerf Club, I have to tone it down with this thing and it can reach about 150 just fine. Keep in mind that you also can change the rate of fire. At max, you can shoot around 900 to 1000 RPM, but it can be adjusted up or down due to your needs or like your ammo count. I am now going to show you my setup. As you can see, I've on the blaster. Anytime the blaster is active, you can see the green glow. And once you're on the blaster, you can see that the HUD is now active. So, what have I modified with my blaster? So as you can see, I've changed the handguard, but it still has the orange strip on it. This model is made by, I'm not going to pronounce his name. His story is on Printables, go check him out. So the HUD attachment actually sort of a riser. This red dot is zeroed in about 15 meters, I think. Alright, so this is the default magazine with about 16 rounds. I've upgraded mine to astonishing 28 rounds. And I can confidently say that I don't think it's enough. 28 rounds is good and all, but first it's long and it's kind of unwieldy. If you put this on the Vesper, it looks kind of janky, but it gets the job done, I guess. But really, 15 rounds does not cut it. You're gonna be spraying like crazy, and spraying like crazy as in like the fire rate is too high. That's not a con, it's just too fun to not press the trigger. So one thing to keep in mind if you really want to change and upgrade the capacity of the mag, these constant lock springs right here only work on around 15 to 16 darts. So I've upgraded mine so it has better tension and also can reach all the way down here to 28 darts. So these 3D extension mags are from Alan from Maker World. You can check him out. Links also in the description. Alright, so let's get into the gameplay and I'll tell you about my pros and cons of this blaster. Stepping into the pros. This blaster itself has a very good build quality. I mean, as expected of the price, you're paying a lot for this blaster and you should be getting what it's worth. Second pro, this blaster is surprisingly accurate. So we all know brushless flywheelers are effective around the 10 meter range, but this thing can hit quite accurately even further. I would say 15 meters is the maximum range where I would engage someone from. Pro 3, there's a lot of aftermarket official support. You can see Aaron Klink's video where he explains a bunch of them. They're probably very invested into this blaster, and it's probably gonna last a few rerun cycles. Now let's go for the cons. The fire rate is amazing, but in turn you run out of darts very fast. I think these cons are very common in flywheels where you have 2 less mag capacity. I have 4 right now and it's just not enough. You at least need 6. The second con I'm gonna give is this attachment right here. I would say this attachment is actually needed. It feels like they built this blaster with the attachment in mind and they just remove it just because they have a cheaper option. But this attachment is needed in my opinion because it unlocks so many customizable things that you can do with your blaster. But to also keep in mind, once you have this attachment, you are basically losing all this rail. This rail for the sights, you only can get something quite small. And con number 3 is the overheating. So yes, this thing does overheat, and they have like a indicator on when it overheats, but it still overheats. It's still like a bandage to a problem. They're not actually fixing the problem. Maybe because it's just the climate I'm in, but it does overheat after a few mag dumps. So here is my verdict. This is the best primary out-of-box CQB blaster I can recommend. The fire rate combined with the increased accuracy make it so that this thing can basically point and shoot anything in like a 15-meter radius. I've never had a blaster experience so destructive where I have to apologize to my opponents after the match.
I'm so sorry I flew my back.
They clearly improve upon the Diana, so it's going to be actually good, but you're basically paying for the extra features out of pocket. All in all, it is a premium blaster that delivers that premium performance. That is all for today. Let me know if you want to see other reviews. I have other blasters, just never done a review yet, but yeah. See you. Bye bye.